What's up, guys? So, today I want to talk about unconscious patterns and the importance of understanding our personal story. Now, unconscious patterns are something that many of us find ourselves in. There are situations and patterns that we end up in, and by definition, these are unconscious. We're not completely aware of how we end up in these particular situations in life. And it's tricky, right? Because if we're saying we're unconscious of something and not aware of it, well, then how do we actually get to the bottom of some of the things that are going on within the realm of the unconscious? And in my journey, I have found that journaling is actually a really helpful tool to use to try to start understanding our life story. Because understanding our life story is how we start to make connections about certain things in our lives, and it helps us understand some patterns that we might be in that we might have not been previously aware of them. So I think trying to get to the root of the unconscious, there's kind of two parts to it. The first part is the family system we grew up in, the family dynamics in our upbringing, the way we were raised, the way we were connected to both of our parents, each individual parent, the way that they were connected to us, and sort of some things about our childhood. And then the second part is just things that have happened to us throughout our lives. So, like there's an infinite amount of experiences that could happen to us, right? Which could occur outside of the family system. So I just figured I would pass on a journal exercise that I find to be really helpful. And this isn't my exercise. I definitely saw this somewhere. I can't remember where I saw it, so can't give credit where it's due. I'm sure a bunch of people have said this, though, at this point. So basically what you do is you take 3 separate pages, and on the first page, what you're going to do is write childhood at the top. And on the second page, you're going to write adulthood. And then on the third page, you're going to write personality. So what you do is you go through the childhood part and you try to think of anything that stands out about your childhood, anything traumatic, anything out of the ordinary, anything that really stands out to you when you think of your childhood. And then you go on and you do the same thing for adulthood. And then what you do is you get to the personality part and you try to write down certain things about your personality that make you you. And, write down the positive and the negative. Be as brutally honest as you can. And what this type of exercise does is it's kind of an introductory way to try to start seeing some patterns through your whole life. And it's through pattern recognition that we can start to really understand our life story in more detail. And this in turn allows us to understand our unconscious in more detail. So yeah, that's just some of what I have for you today, and peace.